Alright, so today we want to touch on a big man in CSEC mathematics. And that big man is completing the square. Alright, so let's not waste any time, let's get straight into it. So when we are completing the square, we are basically transforming, or we are writing back we know the general form for a quadratic is ax squared plus bx plus c. We are basically writing this quadratic here into this form. A open bracket x plus h close bracket square plus k. And we know a will be the number in front of x squared, and we have to find what is h and what is k. And there is actually a formula that we use to find h and k, which I will do in a subsequent video. But for now, we will go through the steps in completing the square. So let's write back the expression. We have 3x squared plus 15x minus 8. So the first step that we want to do when completing the square, we want to pair off these first two terms. And then the next thing, we want to ensure that the coefficient of x squared is 1. So to make that coefficient 1, we have a 3 here. So we have to factor out that 3 from this bracket. So that's the first step. So we factor out the 3. So we'll put the 3 outside here. And we factor out the 3 from these two terms. We're left with x squared plus, we factor out the 3 from this 15x. We're left with 5x close bracket minus 8. So that is the first step. The next step, we want to take half the coefficient of this term here, half the coefficient of x. So to find half of that 5, that would be 5 multiplied by 1 over 2. That will just give you 5 over 2. And after you're finished finding half of that, we want to square it. And then we take that and we add it into the equation to express the bracket now as a perfect square. So we'll have now 3 open bracket x squared plus 5x, and we add this here into the equation, plus 5 over 2 squared close bracket, put it in a square bracket, minus 8. So because we added in this 5 over 2 into the expression just like that, we would have changed the expression. We now have a different expression. So to keep the expression as the same, we need to subtract back out the thing that we added in. So we have to subtract back out this here. So let's square that 5 over 2. So 5 over 2 times 5 over 2, that will give you 25 over 4. 25 over 4. But remember, we have a 3 outside this bracket, and this 3 is kind of distributing to everything in this bracket. So we need to multiply this answer here by that 3 to ensure that we take out exactly what we added in. So when we multiply that, we'll have 25 times 3, that will give us 75 over 4. So we subtract that back out from the bracket. So we will rewrite what we have in the bracket here, since it's a perfect square. We'll rewrite what is in the bracket as 3 open bracket x plus 5 over 2 all squared minus 8, and we have to subtract this out from the bracket, minus 8 subtract 75 over 4. And when we subtract that minus 8, we subtract 75 over 4 from that minus 8, we'll have 3 open bracket x plus 5 over 2 all squared, and when we subtract this here, we'll get a value of negative 26 and 3 over 4. And that is how we complete the square. And if we write back the form that they want us to write it in, this will be a open bracket x plus h all squared plus k. And a will be 3, and we know h would be 5 over 2, and k would be this negative 26 and 3 over 4.